I find it pretty interesting. I covered Freemasonry in India, that connection, just a few weeks ago, and now this supposed launch into space with the 104 satellites. This is basically just a carbon copy of Spacex deception. I'll get into that in a little bit as well. I've covered Spacex and their basically deception many times in the past. But first off, let's take a look here with this deception with India and their space program. Let's start at the very start of this video.
9th mission to ISRO Nano co-passenger satellites, apart from other satellites belonging to international customers, have been successfully launched.
Supposedly 96 U.S. satellites being launched. 96, 69 like I covered recently.
Minus 35 seconds. Minus 30 seconds. Real-time program.
The reverse countdown, just like I pointed out many times in the past, counting backwards, doing things in opposites.
Minus 20 seconds.
The law of reversal with Aleister Crowley going back further, even back to Pslv-c37.
10.
Look at the vector
9,
symbol, I'll get into that in a little bit.
7.
And also,
5.
looks like DD
4,
News for 44.
2. 1.
They say this is live.
Plus 1.
Look at the speed of this rocket, supposedly going to space. But it's not, of course, going into space. Look at it as it takes its huge arch.
Plus 10 seconds.
A perfect liftoff, as usual for PSLV, and you can see in all glory PSLV negotiating the dense atmosphere. All the strap-ons parted well.
So they take a huge arch and basically just crash into the ocean, just nothing more than a very expensive firework. That's all this is. The amount of money they spent on the deception to fool the world, the international community, with all these governments worldwide working together to deceive the masses, is unbelievable, the lengths they go. Now take a look at the rocket. You believe this is actually going to outer space? You are 100% deceived. Look how it's making its downward, going back into, basically going back into the ocean. That's all it's doing. It's kind of hard to see here behind the clouds.
The first set of 4 ground lead strap-ons separated.
Not going around the supposed ball Earth. That's kind of hard, again, to see exactly the angle it's taken. I'm going to get into, again, SpaceX and show exactly how basically these rockets just go right back into the ocean. They never go into space. Again, a carbon copy of SpaceX. First of all, let's take a look at the launch location here in India off the East Coast. Getting a closer look at the launch site. So you hear Satish Dhawan Space Center, again, off the East Coast of India. Again, basically just crashing into the ocean, or I should say the Bay of Bengal. Let's take a look here. Again, when it comes to Freemasonry, let's take a look at the rocket itself and the launch site. And you'll see the numbers. Here you see Pslv-c37. Again, always about Freemasonry, coded. You get your 33. Okay? Follow my channel. This is going to be pretty obvious. This is a Freemasonic deception with the occult of 33. And of course, the connection with India and Great Britain. The first Masonic Lodge, 1717 in London, England. Take a look here at India Space Research Organization. Take a look at the orange. Again, I talk about the occult of orange many times, with it being 33, and the vector symbol used by all space agencies. Again, take a look here as well. The location, the headquarters for India Space Research Organization, Bengaluru, India. Okay, Bengaluru just so happens to be 33 as well. Okay, just like I said, SpaceX, and the reason, the whole entire concept with the Falcon 9 with SpaceX, it's not called the Falcon 3, the Falcon 10, is the Falcon 9 for a reason. That's because it's about the occult of 33. Falcon by itself, obviously it's not going to make the 33. They got to add the extra digits to get that 33. Now, taking a look here at Elon Musk, a Mason, as I mentioned before, and the Dragon. This is of course, the capsule, the top of the rocket itself. You see the blue dragon. Okay, it's all about the occult. Now, I'll get into this real quick. Again, all connects to the blue bloods or the royal family, which are the bloodline. You see here, Prince Charles. I'm going to play this very short clip. Very interesting. How the world, basically the whole international community, is owned and controlled by these so-called elite blue bloods. Take a listen here at this documentary with Prince Charles in Romania. It's all about his connection and his bloodline going back to Count Dracula, also known as Vlad the Impaler. Very telling. Let's take a listen.
Whose passion for this area is helping to redefine its importance as one of the great surviving wonders of the natural world. These include a Transylvanian count who is working to conserve some of the most ancient of Carpathia's medieval villages, and His Royal Highness Prince Charles, who can trace his ancestry back to Romania's dark and distant past.
The genealogy shows that I'm descended from Vlad the Impaler, you see.
So you hear Prince Charles say it himself. And again, getting back to this one photo, doing the one eye symbolism. The hand over the eye. Of course, for those that know Vlad or Dracula in Transylvania, basically Dracul means dragon or devil in Romania. So you understand the connection with Dracula, son of Dracul or son of the dragon or devil. Okay, they put it right in front of your face, and people are not going to get it. They're not going to understand. One thing I want to point out as well when it comes to the 33, as I mentioned earlier, when it comes to Elon Musk in the blue dragon or the blue bloods, the devil or the dragon's bloodline, and the 33. It all has to do with the biblical reference, again, with the third or 33% of the fallen angel bloodline. That's what you see here with Prince Charles, again, with the connection with Romania. Now, again, getting back to more examples of the 33 and the deception that's taken place worldwide before I get back to the fraudulent space program with SpaceX, and like I just mentioned, with India as well, with the Chile, the supposed 33 trapped miners. Take a look at this miner. You think he was trapped there supposedly for 69 days? Give me a break. Take a look at this guy. It's a big joke. Look at this smirk on this guy's face. The world deceived. And again, the concept with the Phoenix. It's called the Phoenix 2. Not the Phoenix 1, not the Phoenix 5, but the Phoenix 2 for a reason. Again, it has to do with the coded 33. It's all in plain sight once you understand how they work off the number system. Basically coded, hidden in plain sight. Now, again, getting back to the whole entire concept, like I mentioned with this fraudulent space launch from India, and getting back to SpaceX, as I shown the footage. Now let's take a look here at the supposed launch for SpaceX at Cape Canaveral, of course, CC for 33. And again, it's off the coast, off the Atlantic Ocean. So basically, it's nothing more than an expensive firework shooting off into the ocean. Take a look at the footage of SpaceX from this perspective from Cocoa Beach, Florida. Sped up the footage. I showed this before. Just to save a little bit of time, take a look. As you see this supposed launch of SpaceX's Falcon 9. Again, nothing more than an expensive firework. Same entire concept with the India launch, which took place supposedly today. It's much more clear. You can see without the clouds interfering with the footage. You see this rocket, again, nothing more than an expensive firework taken off. Look how it loses steam. If you truly believe that this SpaceX rocket with the Falcon 9, you really believe this is basically going around the supposed ball Earth, it's not. Look at this. It's like a dud firework, and this debris just crashing in the ocean. That's it. This is for all you deceived fanboys of these space missions. There's your deception right in front of your face. And another deception when it comes to the space program is this footage I've shown before. Take a look at the arch, the angle of the supposed Mir space station as it's doing its re-entry back to Earth. Give me a break. It looks like basically, shots fired off a barge from a battleship. Give me a complete break. This is a complete joke. As you see this, basically this debris falling back to Earth. I mean, it's a complete joke. And, you cannot tell people that are fanboys of space and supposed space travel. They're already too far gone. They're so far deceived. They're so far down a path of deception. There's nothing that's going to convince them that they're being deceived. Take a look at this angle once again of the re-entry of Mir. You really believe at this angle these supposed Mir is being re-entered at this angle? Give me a break. Now, it all comes down to, when it comes to the truth, like the old saying here from Arthur Schopenhauer, former German philosopher, all truth passes through 3 stages. First, it's ridiculed. Secondly, it's violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. But it's going to take some longer than others to realize they're being deceived. And talking about deceived and deception, it reminds me of this Bible verse, as I've shown before, from Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceives the whole world. And again, the great dragon. And what do they use? Specifically with Spacex, they use a dragon as part of their deception. Very sneaky Masons. And they'll even tell you, with Walter Scott, oh, what a tangled web we weave when we first practice to deceive. Getting back to the whole entire concept with India, of course, and of course being settled by Britain, nothing more than a British colony when it comes down to it, and the influence that the royal family has had over the whole entire world. And again, these are the people behind the deception, controlling all these countries. People can't grasp how deep the deception goes, but they put it right in front of your face for those that have eyes to see with the occult of 33.
It's a pack of useless lies. If the things of life